YouTube, we are starting the Sinking City today, finally. I've had this game in my backlog so long that it was released as a Series X stack. So I'm playing the Xbox One version because I got that one on sale. And I bought it before the other one came out. So we're doing the Xbox One version, but I am playing on a Series X. Sinking City is a H.P. Lovecraft inspired horror/detective game from Frogwares. The people did Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, which I very much enjoyed. Played it last month, a few months ago. Time has no meaning for me anymore. Now that I'm back at work. It did have a disclaimer regarding racism and the portrayal of certain situations. H.P. Lovecraft was a pretty prolific writer, but in his personal life, he was a garbage human being. So just FYI, there might be some racially sensitive or sexuality sensitive or gender sensitive issues, but they're being true to the time period that this is set in. So let's go ahead and dig in. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. Turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours, a city drowning presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment, the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes Vanderberg. Even the ugliest monsters have vulnerable spots. Aw. Yeah, mine is my back, apparently. Alright. Alright. The gun. Alright, so it takes place in America.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Alright. Dear Mr. Charles Reed. Okay. What this was. So I'm assuming it's in Massachusetts, so it's probably in Arkham, is where most of Lovecraft stories take place. Holding camera, okay. Key evidence collected.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Probably good advice to live by. Other stuff here. Okay. Collectible stuff. Right. Or you just want to carry a brick around, or settings? Oop. Oh. Not a holster weapon thing. Walk around with the gun. Okay. All right. Oh. Let me take a picture. It'll last longer. Okay, gives me XP. Any other stuff I can grab here?
Never trust a
That.
tourist advertisement.
Right. All right. What's up, my dude?
Now get out.
Rude. Not even a goodbye. Oh, wait.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Okay.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline, a philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
I need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
What else did you mark?
Places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper. Places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular. Its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
Okay, so it seems very similar in playstyle to Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 with the open world and then going to places to the police station and the newspaper archives and all that stuff.
Oh, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
That's not ominous at all. Alright. Map. City port. Reef Hotel. Okay. Alright. That's just tutorial shit if I need it. Okay. Down on the rise. The water's rising. Under the keel bar. Exit. Alright.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
Innsmouth is a famous place in the Cthulhu mythos.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the Shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you.
Yo, bro, you look like a monkey.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Was it a royal family of the animal kingdom? Jesus Christ.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Tane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
All right.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Okay. I'm assuming the lifeboat is somewhere over by the ocean over here. Oh look, police line. All right. Okay. So insanity, big part of Lovecraft.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Whoa, I'm getting woozy here. Oop.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Oh, I get it from Midsummer Night's Dream. All right. So give this guy his son's will.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
Bye.
All right. Where's the flashlight? Is it in my hand? Is it on my chest? I can't see where it is. Is it like, what was that game? Outbreak? Where the flashlight was literally in the lady's boobs? Fish heads, slappy happy fish heads. Alright, I want to go in here. Yeah, I feel like you would have problems with inhaling mold.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Alright, so I guess I have to hold down A to rummage through and scavenge.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
You know what, sir? You're not very nice.
5 cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here. It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Before we talk to people, it's any pick-upables or collectibles or...
Choo choo. Ahem. Choo choo. Ahem. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Glenna, Nechri, Glenna, Gebhal, Nugulina.
Okay. That was, certainly interesting. Anything else we can find, or...
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Right. We had the Mind Palace, so let's see here. All right.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's got an insanity meter there.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside, on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay. My head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was at or starve.
Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. K be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. K have mercy on his soul.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or K? Did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Retrocognition allows you to understand events that happened in the past, expect enough evidence on the scene, and a vision will emerge. Step into it and find all the critical scenes. Mark the scenes. Okay. Alright, so let's do Mind Palace first. But some sort of psychic influence which made everyone nearby suffer hysteria. Okay. No. Okay, so we can't do anything there. Then we have the retrocognition, I would assume.
Take this, ape face.
Whoa, all right.
Yeah, run!
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
All right.
What's happening?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Okay. Alright, more Mind Palace time. No? Seems like those would go together. Oh, there are more I can do in the Mind Palace. Anti-Throgmorton sentiment. Okay. Alright, I can track down Albert. Okay. Ben shell
So the
casing.
fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
I don't know if that's... Alright, I guess not. Okay.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong. Oh, sorry, responding to a text. Alright, sorry about that. Alright. But can I climb it? Yes. Warehouse. Where? Here. Warehouse. Look around here, investigate. There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you. I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I get it. It's called the Sinking City. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping around the port. Don't worry, I struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. One week, and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter. All right.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have gotten far.
I'm going to assume go upstairs or downstairs? I thought door. All right, let's go. Since there's blood here, let's go downstairs. Oop, what was the button for a flashlight? Oh. Pushing the right stick, alright. You broke him with shot or melee, alright. Guns are not going to reload themselves. Wonderful.
Door won't budge.
Oh, okay. What the absolute fuck? Okay.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident.
Alright, that's Albert.
This was deliberate.
And I sure hope I can buy bullets, because 2 bullets, I can do much. Takes 4 to put down one of those things. Mind Palace. Right? Oh, this is alright. Alright, now we gotta go tell Throgmorton his son's dead. This isn't gonna be nice. Alright. I'm assuming maybe we can craft bullets? Or maybe we can just craft macaroni and cheese.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
condolences, Mr. Throckmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilt for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
I mean,
Seems like he was a fisherman by the name of Lewis. He had a gun and pursued Albert after he fled the house.
Lewis it is, then. What do you know of him?
Turns out you were right. He's an Innsmouther.
Those filthy scum have done it now. When I'm through with them, they will rue the day they dared lay a finger on a Throgmorton. Bring me that dirtbag Lewis. He and I are due a reckoning. Do this for me, and I'll help you with anything you need.
all right. Casebook. Lewis may be at the bar. Bar is at a bar, or is that that's the hotel? Bar in Oakmont Port. Okay, that's City Port. Let's go there.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Wow, you're
Yes, my
bright.
dear. Yes.
No wonder he's a detective.
Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
Alright, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
All right, we're doing this. I know I'm short on bullets, but for an achievement, so.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome. I can't wait to see what you do.
All right. On the board, gamers. Where's the bartender?
What's your problem?
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah, even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. And it looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. Throck. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Man, people in this town are dickheads.
Bye.
All right, key to upstairs.
What the? Get the. Oh.
Ew, squelching intensifies.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just 'cause I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
All right. Dive into our Mind Palace. I mean, it was pretty blatant. I mean, you chased after him, but then strung the body up, so... let's, let's go talk to, what's his face? Robert Throgmorton. Okay, bud?
Yeah. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days. Oh, yeah. Hey, got a spare...
Alright, didn't give me a chance to give him a bullet.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family, and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't.
I mean, I'm just that great.
Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture. A sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
Do you think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
All right. Case completed. Go ahead and do a zesty save. New case, lost at sea. Expedition's headquarters, northern coverside at the crossroad, Asher Road and Hubert Ave. Asher Road and Hubert Ave. There's Asher Road. Up Hubert Ave. All right, so that's right here. Okay. Grimhaven Bay. I mean, I guess we'll head out that way. I'm losing my mind. All right. Okay, so we woke up in our hotel room at least.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
Hell yeah, brother. Hey, Kona, brother.
Never again, they say.
Wait, what? His birthday is... Oh, no, that's his service, I guess. His birthday is 1894. Okay. Laudanum.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Alright, so he's an opium addict. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. A newcomer makes me look like a bum, but this looks more respectable, so let's go with that. Number of attacks on the Innsmouth immigrants has increased. Raids are intensifying with more and more Innsmouthers exposed to abuse and assault. Sometimes whole families are found dead in their houses. Police are on the case with several illegal Innsmouther businesses captured and their owners sent to jail. The city ought to have been cleaned of these fish-faced scum long ago, said Robert Throgmorton, head of the Throgmorton Grand family. I regret only one thing. It all started too late. Had we not neglected our civic duties, my son Albert would still be here with us. Alright. So it's racism against the fish peoples. Mr. Reed, it seems you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time. Johannes. Or Johan. Is it Johannes or Johan? Yahweh?
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Okay. Any other collectibles? My diary, okay. Range power, alright. I go in here. Right, shell casings. This hotel probably got some great Yelp reviews. All right, got some bullets. Let's go ahead and reload those. All right, got the 44 reloaded. You dragging things into your room on the floors will make you pay for any scratches you leave your landlord. All right. Coincidence, you say? So I guess blue doors are doors that you can push open. That's kind of cool. Photo? All right. I can't go up further. Guess we're going down, down in an earlier round.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah, well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Aren't we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine, fine. Take what you wish.
Okay, so that's why there's little white paint marks all over the place. Crooked H means the house somebody lives there. Crosshatch grid marks hidden caches of useful items. D-shaped sign is for barricaded, dangerous places. Okay. Ever see a sign with a cross and 3 Ks? Reach for the gun. Well, yeah, obviously the clan, you want to shoot them. We don't want no racisms in here in our video game.
I'm watching you, newcomer.
Alright, so that, I'm assuming he's Victor. All right. Fast travel. All right. Okay, so that, I guess the phone booth is the fast travel point? All right, let's go ahead and make a save. Okay, so like Sherlock Holmes, it has terrible naming system. Sam, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. All right, so our next case, I believe those are all side quests. Eating dinner? I'm getting to be hungry myself right now, so I'm thinking I may pause. I'm also getting a headache, so I don't know if it's because I haven't eaten dinner yet or what. Let's go ahead and let's look here. Oh. What? Key points in, okay. I don't even know where I'm supposed to get more bullets. Alright, so casebook. Lost at Sea. Need to go to, oh yeah, Asher Road and Hubert Avenue. Right over there. Okay. Chris, how's it going? Hey, stop fighting. Big bully. Oh, she's talking about sex. You chilling? You know, I do know. I do understand the chill. The mailbox, like the nicest thing in this entire gross fucking town. I saw a lootable thing. All right. Go ahead and save. All right. And we'll pick up that case next time, YouTube.